Welcome to my book review, a book review of Think and Grow Rich, stated as the most influential book of all time. It certainly was for me. It influenced me a lot, and it's very profound and shifted the way that I thought around money and wealth and how to really develop a philosophy around life and money and career and success and achievement. And there are many versions of the book. It's a personal development finance book. It was first published in 1937, and as I've said, it was updated variously. And I've put this book specifically as the one that I would advise and to read. It's been revised and updated for the 21st century, and there are other versions out there that might be a bit of a harder read, but this one is the one that I picked up and gravitated towards. So there's been over 15 million books sold, and like I say, it really is one of the most influential books of all time. It's a must read. So the book is as I said, a personal development finance book. It was the result of over 20 years of studying 500 of the most wealthiest men of the time. Napoleon Hill basically was given a task. He was inspired by Andrew Carnegie, who was a steel tycoon, a philanthropist, who challenged him to interview the likes of Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and Alexander Graham Bell. And what he wanted to do, he wanted to get their secrets of success. And studying 500 of the most wealthiest men of the time, he basically put this book together, and the result is a down-to-earth guide that blends real-life stories with practical tips to help you succeed financially and personally. The overarching concept, I've sort of taken a quote to sort of encapsulate it. To win, one requires definiteness of purpose, knowledge of what one wants, and a burning desire to possess it. The book's core principles continue to inspire its readers to strive for success, with its influence extending beyond just financial success, as its principles can be applied to achieving goals in various aspects of life. The teachings are structured around 13 core principles, each detailed in its own chapter. However, only those who are willing to apply its teachings can harness their potential. Key phrase here, application is key. The secret in every chapter. One of the most intriguing parts of the book is written at the very beginning, when Napoleon Hill states that there is a hidden secret mentioned no less than 100 times in between the lines, and only if you are ready for it will you receive it. Specifically, he states, somewhere as you read, the secret to which I refer will jump from the page and stand boldly before you if you are ready for it. When it appears, you'll recognize it, whether you receive the sign in the first or the last chapter. Stop for a moment when it presents itself. Turn down a glass, for that occasion will mark the most important starting point of your life. So the major lessons that we get from the book are desire, the starting point of all achievement, and that everything begins with a strong, burning desire. Having a definite goal, an intense longing to achieve, is the first step towards success, and how faith is key as well as the second step, and visualize it already done. Faith or a strong belief in yourself and your goals is crucial. Visualize to enhance your level of belief in the attainment of what you desire. The stronger the belief in your goals helps turn your thoughts into reality. And then auto-suggestion, to reprogram the subconscious mind. Auto-suggestion involves feeding your subconscious mind with positive thoughts and affirmations, which in turn influence your actions and behaviors. So fundamentally, the first major lesson is a desire. We start with a desire. Burning desire, knowing where we're going, some direction, a goal, and a longing to achieve it. Then we need to build faith within ourselves, belief within ourselves. We use our imagination through visualization to enhance that level of belief. And the stronger we believe in ourselves, the more likely it is that others will start to believe in us. And that when things go wrong, because we have such a strong belief in ourselves and what we're going to achieve, because we can see it already made, already done, then it's much easier to carry on through hardships and struggles. And then the auto-suggestion part is the bit where we need to reprogram the subconscious mind. We have the conscious and subconscious mind. The subconscious mind stores our values, our beliefs, our models of the world. And it is that part which is 90% stronger than the conscious mind that needs to be penetrated in order to believe on a subconscious level through affirmation, positive thinking, because that influences actions, behaviors, which then derive results. So it's really, really important to get those three, mastered. Other lessons are specialized knowledge. not to pursue knowledge without direction. I mean, how many of us are victims of that, specifically at university or at school when we're pursuing higher education, quote unquote higher education. Anyway, general knowledge is less valuable than specialized. Actionable knowledge that can be directly applied to achieving your goals. So salespeople study sales. Marketing people study marketing. If this is where you want to pursue your career, get very specific in what you're learning. Don't just sort of read generic stuff. Business people, it's a bit different. Entrepreneurs, we do need to be more general. But why not get specific in finding out the challenge or the issue that you might be facing, the problems, and now get specific and get specialized knowledge around the solutions to those problems. The power of the mastermind, the driving force, surrounding yourself with a group of supportive, like-minded individuals. A mastermind group can provide valuable insight, support, and encouragement. And the last thing is organized planning, crystallizing desire into action. So we turn desires into reality requires getting organized and building a plan. Organized, actionable steps are essential for making progress. And if you think about it, all an entrepreneur is, all a successful salesperson, a successful athlete, anyone achieving in their field of work is somebody who is organized, somebody who is able to say, right, I'm now going to build a plan, write a to-do list, actions that I need to take in order to now start myself in this journey or continue on this journey. That's really it. And a lot of, some might say it's a bit woo-woo, some of this book, in terms of the thinking and positive thinking only and all that sort of stuff. But actually, there is some value in how we actually need to turn that into reality through planning and organization. It's key. Other major lessons of the subconscious mind, how we connect reality to thought. And the subconscious mind is, as stated by Napoleon Hill, the chemical laboratory in which all thought impulses are combined. Then they're made ready for translation into physical reality. It works with the material we feed it through our thought impulses. So subconscious mind is fed by what we consume. You need to be very careful about what we consume. Our thought impulses will act upon our subconscious mind, which then shapes our physical reality. And also the lesson about the sixth sense, the door to the temple of wisdom, referring to intuition or the gut feeling that helps us make decisions. So it's considered a higher level of understanding and guidance as it's connected to higher intelligence, and it can be cultivated. So I'll give you an example of this. A lot of people, we use the words, but we don't fully understand where they come from, saying like, trust your gut. And I've cultivated my sixth sense, my intuition. I'm going to give you an example. We had somebody who was in our sales team, and I walk into the office one day and I get a gut feel that something wasn't right with that person. And I said to my business partner, I said, I feel something's not quite right with that person. 3 weeks later, they hand in their notice. That's an example of the sixth sense. You can't quite explain it, but there's a deeper, higher intelligence at work here. So what can you start doing today? Practical advice. Get really clear on what you want. Specifically within an area of interest, because you need to have passion for it. Start to clearly define what you want through setting goals and cultivate a passionate commitment to achieving it. Start to protect and put the imagination to use. Be mindful about what you let in. Turn off the news. Brainstorm ideas, solutions that can propel you forward. Our imagination is a very, very powerful mental faculty that we've been given. Most give it away to other people and let them do the thinking for us, or at least programming for us. What we have to do is we have to take control back of our minds, of our imagination. We have to brainstorm ideas, solutions that can propel us forward around the area of interest that we're setting goals in. Then we visualize what the achievement of those goals look like, maybe an end step or an image, imagine it as a photograph, and then practice affirmations and visualize your success regularly to reinforce your belief. The next thing is to seek like-minded people. Form a network of people who can offer advice, share resources, and help keep you motivated. It is said, you become who you associate with. Birds of a feather flock together. And naturally, if you are on a different path or starting to ascend the way that you think, because you're reaching out for books like this, you might have to leave a few people behind. Anyway, moving on. In summary, Napoleon Hill has succeeded in explaining how much power we will have within us, as well as setting out a plan of action to realize it. The book encourages readers to define their goals clearly, believe in their ability to achieve them, and consistently work towards them with the support of a strong network and a persistent mindset. It also exposes how we all have been given the same faculties and potential, only a few utilize it fully. Everyone has the ability and the mental faculties to live a more empowered life. All it takes is a commitment to cultivating a success-orientated mindset and taking deliberate action. And the power passage that I've taken from the book is the one that I mentioned before about that secret that is hidden within the book. And what Napoleon Hill states is, in every chapter of this book, mention has been made of the money-making secret, which has made fortunes for more than 500 exceedingly wealthy men, who I have carefully analysed over a long period of years. The secret was brought to my attention by Andrew Carnegie more than a quarter of a century ago. The canny, lovable Scotsman carelessly tossed it into my mind when I was but a boy. Then he sat back in his chair with a merry twinkle in his eyes and watched carefully to see if I had brains enough to understand the full significance of what he had said to me. The secret to which I refer has been mentioned no fewer than 100 times throughout this book. It has not been directly named, for it seems to work more successfully when it is merely uncovered and left in sight, where those who are ready to and searching for it may pick it up. That is why Mr. Carnegie tossed it to me so quietly without giving me its specific name. Somewhere, as you read, the secret to which I will refer will jump from the pages and stand boldly before you, if you are ready for it. When it appears, you'll recognize it. Whether you receive the sign in the first or the last chapter, stop for a moment when it presents itself and turn down a glass, for that occasion will mark the most important turning point in your life. Very, 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 very profound book. To anybody who may be struggling financially, wants to turn their financial situation around, wants to turn a life around, wants to get more of a well-rounded understanding and perspective of money, I'd say read Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Till next time.